Hi, scholars. Happy Tuesday. It is Spirit Week. Obviously, we know that. It is day number 2 of Spirit Week. And so day number 2 is Sports Day. So you can see that Mrs. G is wearing her sports shirt, and you can see that there's actually 2 teams on her shirt. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? So this is the New York Yankees, and this is the Arizona Diamondbacks, okay? And I got my New York Yankees hat on here. The reason why I have 2 is because I love both of those teams, okay? I grew up in New Jersey, so I grew up loving the Yankees and watching the Yankees with my dad and my mom and my whole family. So I grew up rooting for the Yankees. I still root for the Yankees, but I also, since moving here, and I've been here about almost 16 years now, I also have a love for the Diamondbacks. So that is why Mrs. G had to have a shirt made, because I love both of them. I don't just love one of them, okay? So I'm wondering what your favorite sports team is. Maybe you can send me some pictures with your favorite sportswear that you have, okay? All right, so yesterday we talked about brochures, right? And we talked about what a brochure is and what kinds of things there are in brochures and what they're used for. And so we did our first side, our first section of our brochure. And so today we're going to be doing our second section, okay? So we're going to label it number 2, and I'm going to show you right now, okay? So we have label number 1 yesterday for activities and sports, right? And we had where Mrs. G drew a baseball, because that was one of the sports that is popular in North America and things that you can do in North America, right? Well, today we're going to be doing places to visit. Places to visit. And so we're going to label it number 2, so you know this is the second portion. Okay, first portion, second portion. This is the portion that we're doing today, okay? So, places to visit. Now, Mrs. G is gonna go ahead and pull up our slideshow. I'm gonna share my screen with you so you can see our slideshow, and we can try to remember what are some really cool places that we can visit, okay? What are some really cool places that we could visit in North America, okay? So we know that this is North America right here. We already went over that. I don't have to say it again because I know you already know, okay? And we talked about Mexico, but we're gonna go find places that we could visit in North America. We got there. So let's review quickly, okay? So the most visited places in the United States of America is the Grand Canyon, right? And remember where the Grand Canyon is? It's here in Arizona, right? And remember, it's one of the great tourist attractions in the United States, okay? And another most visited place in the United States of America is Manhattan, and that is in New York City, okay? And a lot of people go to New York City to see the Statue of Liberty, okay? And then we also have the sculpture, okay? And this is Mount Rushmore, okay? And it's got the sculpture that features the 60-foot heads of past presidents, right? We had George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, okay? So these are just some of the places that you can visit, but there were some other places you can visit too. Disney World. How many of you been to Disney World? I've been to Disney World, actually twice. Twice I've been to Disney World. And then I've only been to Disneyland one time. So I've been to Disney World twice in Florida, and then Disneyland once here in California. So we have some really awesome and fun places to visit in North America, right? Okay, so that was just a quick review of some places. You can always rewind the video to go back, and so you can see them again, right? We have these places here, and then we have Disney World. And there are some other places. So if you have an idea of other places that you can visit that you might want to share on your brochure, you can draw those pictures too, okay? You don't have to just draw or talk about what's on here, okay? So for your brochure, Mrs. G is going to show you what she did, okay? So for places, let me make this bigger because I know you guys, some of you said that it was hard to see. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Let's make myself bigger. Some of you, it was hard to see in the beginning here as Mrs. G was trying to learn the process, and I think it goes good. So places to visit, okay? And I drew some mountains, okay? There's some canyons because Mrs. G is not really talented at drawing, so I did the best I could, but I know some of you are really good artists. So I drew the Grand Canyon, right? Because that's what we talked about, right? Right here. Okay, that was a place to visit in North America and the United States, was Grand Canyon. So you are going to draw a couple of pictures. I would say maybe 2 or 3. So you can draw 2 or you can draw 3, okay? Up to you. 2 to 3 places that you can visit in North America. And like I said, if it's not on here, what we talked about, and maybe you visited somewhere really cool in North America, you can draw it on your brochure, okay? It doesn't have to be just what we talked about, okay? And then I also wanted to remind you that when you do it, Mrs. G needs you to label it, okay? So if you draw the Grand Canyon, you have to write Grand Canyon. So that way Mrs. G knows what you're drawing, okay? Then you're just gonna take a simple picture of your second portion and send it to your teacher. And that is it, okay? Really easy. Tomorrow we're gonna do our third and final portion of our brochure. And then we'll see what day Spirit Week is tomorrow. Okay. All right, Mrs. G misses you, and I'm so happy that I'm back to be able to teach you these last couple of lessons, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Okay, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Mrs. G, can stop it.